to low-key velocity.
Hello, today we're going to talk about editing, New Year's, and other things, because I am back. That's right, in case you haven't noticed, 20 viewers that listened to me, I was gone for a week. How could you possibly have been, whatever, who cares. Hi, that was bad timing. It was New Year's, I was busy, and I was like, well, I can't do it later, and then it just breaks the whole thing, so I just decided to skip it in general. Yeah, so today, first thing I want to talk about is editing, as in I'm currently trying to edit a new video that's not a podcast. So in case you were like, wow, I would like to hear this guy's voice, but not for 30 minutes consecutively talking about nothing, I want to do a quick video on Blockbuster. If I already said that last podcast, I apologize. But currently I'm trying to edit it, and it is the worst. It is the worst to edit because, first off, I recorded it, right? I recorded the script and all that garbage. But I'm like so close to the mic, like it peaks sometimes, like it's like, okay, man. It's like, why is this way? Why not just cover it? Why I can't find a good distance between me and the mic? Like with my podcast, I can do it perfectly. Like I know exactly where it is. I don't know. It's right in front of me. It's clear. You can hear everything. I'm just kind of breathing. But when you hear it back on the headphones, you're like, why is he recording this in a cup, like with a can of beans? Like, I don't get it. And not to mention that, but like editing, I usually edit the podcast on my phone because, you know, I have no real editing software. Can I get a no edit in the chat, please? Well, I have no editing software, so I have to use the Power Director for my phone. As you can tell by the Made by Power Director, watermark, that I really dislike, that I usually just try to keep under the radar. That actually is because I'm using it for free. And sometimes you can tell, like, I guess there's no reason for it to be, but some of it's like, some of the podcasts I do in 4K, even though there's nothing to prove that. I produce them in, like, export them in 4K, and I have to, like, watch an ad, and it's like, well, I guess this is how it's gonna work. But with the computer, like I have a 30-day whatever thing, and it's just so big. There's so a lot for me to take into account. It's like, how is this picture gonna move? How's the audio gonna go from left to right? Am I making a 3D show? I'm just trying to talk about Blockbuster, and it's a little difficult, frankly. And I mean, of course, I'm gonna get the video out at least within the next 2 months, hopefully. But for now, we're gonna go with, I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to watch a lot of tutorials. That's all I'm trying to do. But yes, New Year's happened, so it's 2019, and nothing happened. Nothing occurred. Nothing changed. Nothing stayed the same. It's all just 2018 Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. Ugh. As of, oh geez, on December 24th, 2018, the government shut down. That's wild. Didn't change. And currently, there is I guess a Prime address. Not a Prime, not like Amazon Prime. But like, DJT is just doing an address right now. And everyone's like, no, don't watch it. So I was like, alright. It gives me a reason to do the podcast now. So I mean, it really helps, not gonna lie. Speaking of Amazon Prime, I got a little story there. So, I ordered a new power strips, it's like a tower for a power strip, and it has like a wireless charger on it, and it's all that. It's neat. It's pretty neat. So I was waiting for that for like 2 days, even though I asked for like a certain day shipping. I only like did it for like 3, which is a little weird, but alright, I get it. Second, I'm like watching it. It's coming around 5, I guess, and I'm just busy. I'm looking at like, I'm at Starbucks, just kind of having a good day, paying for stuff, you know me. And I see, like, I'm tracking the package because I do that a lot. I love tracking them. I see it's in like my neighborhood, so I'm like, oh sweet, it's on my street. And then I'm like, oh sweet, it's like right next to me, like, right next to the household. So I check like the front camera to see, like, because you know I'm a stalker. I like watching them. And this guy, this like middle-aged man, just takes it up to the, like, halfway through the porch. He goes halfway up the driveway, and he just stops for a second, and he uses his 2 hands, and he just throws it. He just tosses it like it's hot right, like, next, in front of the door. He takes a picture of it and he walks away. And I'm like, oh, okay, he just yeet that thing. Like, it's breakable. I mean, what the heck? Which leads me to believe, has this happened before with my packages? Am I being, like, is there, like, a weird secret backdoor of throwing things that I don't know about when I order a package? It's honestly, very, what's the word? Insulting for me to order with Amazon Prime and be like, oh, I want this in 2 days, for you to shut up. Not you. Not you. That's what I thought. I got the Echo Dot coming on every time I say the name of its maker. Ugh. Sorry, that got me off track. Back to the Prime story. Like, who does that? And I know this is not a thing because one of my packages came really nice. Like, another one of the packages I ordered, it came, like, behind the pillar so nobody would take it. But this dude just tosses it in the middle of the thing. Like, a suspicious neighbor could be like, I want this package. And, like, I opened it up, and sure enough, there was, like, a corner that I got, like, cracked on. Not cracked, like, on the package, it got, like, crushed. So that was real neat of him. Lucky it didn't, like, break, because then I would have had a few words to say to this man. Not that I didn't review him already as best I could. I went to, like, the Amazon Help Center, and they were like, how can we help you? I'm like, hey, this dude, he just, like, straight up threw my package. What's up with that? And they're like, we'll contact you. I'm with somebody. And I was like, no, I just explained to you my issue. Why do you want to persist? Oh, Amazon Prime. I get it. I understand. But I paid for it. You know, like, I get, like, you have to go real fast. You have to get in, get out, go, 2-day shipping. Man, people are expecting their packages by 9:30 or whatever. But you don't throw it. You were, like, almost all the way, man. Just go all the way. Just go through with it. You're already there. I mean, the picture looked bad. It looked like it was, like an Android phone, but worse, you know? Like a DSi. Like, pulled out his DSi, had a copy of a Brain Age 2, and he snapped a picture of it, and then put it, and then just walked out. Just left. Like a kiss from an angel. Just disappeared. Ugh, so let that, I don't get it. I don't get people sometimes, you know? Like, I guess it's how life works, but people are weird, man. People are really weird. I mean, there's, like, vaping, and I'm fairly youngish. I feel like vaping's lame. I don't see the, what's the word? I don't see the point, other than to be like, this is an alternative to smoking. I mean, if you're gonna vape, and you're gonna, like, be like, man, the nicotine's great, then just go for smoking, because vaping's more of like I want to smoke, I want to smoke, but, like, try to get off of it, you know? Like, it's much simple. But if you want to go all the way, just pull out a thing of, like, Marlboros, okay? I'd respect you more for that, frankly. But no, you're just in the bathroom, taking a sip of your Juul, man, taking a hit, and it's just, why? I mean, it looks like, it just smells like cough syrup, and I'm like, ew, man, this just makes me think about, like, I'm having a flu or something. This doesn't help anything. You're like, oh, dude, it's the nicotine, man. It's like, well, then, like, chew the gum, man. Like, that's more a secret. Don't pull out, like, a big ol', like, come on. Like, I get it if it's used as, like, oh, I'm trying to go smoking, so I'm going to vape. Because, you know, that makes sense, you know? You can lower the nicotine, and then eventually you can get off of it. But these kids are, like, my age, and I see them, like, with, I'll give you one instance. I was just trying to, like, have fun with people, talk with people, and one of the people that I was talking to, they just stopped in the middle of the conversation, turned to another guy, and was like, do you have it? And then he said, yeah. And this guy pulled out, like, a straight-up Juul with a battery pack tied to it. Like, that's, I mean, I gotta give props to him. That's creative. But it's still kind of stupid. You know, it's like, why? Why do you want that in your life? You know, like, is that really what you want as a plan? You know? Ugh, people are weird. Oh, jeez. People are weird in many sense. For example, hey, and again, I don't like getting political, but the wall, you know, like, why shut down the government for, you know, something you said the Mexicans were paying for? Like, you can't just go back on what you're saying. Come on, man. Like, I don't see any Mexicans paying for it now. Like, I'm gonna say we, I don't want to associate myself with them, but people have, like, a GoFundMe for the wall, and it's actually raised a lot of money. But here's the thing. Where's the Mexicans paying for it, huh? Like, what's up with that? Ugh, him and the people. just want to people were much simple at a different time. You know, like 2012. That was a wild time. The world was about to end. Ugh. Oh jeez. Let's see. Let's see what's up. Sonic the Hedgehog. What's going on? I saw a poster for the movie when I went to Cinemark to go see Welcome to Marwen, and I almost like was shocked. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I thought it was all just one big joke and we'd get over with it. But no, no, it wasn't a joke. It was a real thing. And seeing it up there and its leg to glory, I was just like, well, this is life now. I wish I took a picture of it. It was like up there. It was like one of the bigger posters, like, man. Speaking of movies, saw two Steve Carell drama movies. One was Welcome to Marwen, which was fantastic. I think it's a great, great tale, and I think that it's a great thing to watch. It's very inspiring. Is that the word? I think the word's inspiring. It's very. I wouldn't give it it's a very uplifting tale. There's a lot to it. It's very it's heavier than you'd expect. You think, oh, it's just dolls, but no, there's more to it. The second movie I watched later on was Beautiful Boy, which I watched, I believe, the day after. Beautiful Boy is a fantastic film. I think it's very well, what's the word? Very well filmed. I think it looks very beautiful. There's a great story to it. Steve Carell does a fantastic job. All the actors in that movie do a phenomenal job, honestly. And I think that that's worth a good, not good. It's not worth a good. It's worth watching. Music-wise, I recently bought the 1975's first CD, which is amazing, and I got a Rush's 2112 CD, which, if you don't know, Rush is a prog rock band from the 70s, and 2112 is a 20-minute song that takes place in the future. That's pretty great. I really recommend that one too. It's 20 minutes, so around now it's the 12th minute of this podcast, so 8 more minutes and I'll probably beat 2112. But I really recommend it. There's some other great songs on that CD, like Welcome on the Train to Bangkok. That's a fantastic, phenomenal song. And the Minecraft soundtrack. Now, Minecraft became a straight up a meme, right? I played it. I still sometimes I'll play it when I'm just don't have anything better to do. I just want to chill out. It's a fun game. And I feel like the jokes and all the funny ha-has that came with it kind of ruined it for most people. Because when you think of Minecraft, you're like, dude, people going crazy about it in 2012, being like, haha, funny Minecraft, whatever. Memes now being ironic about it. But, it's super fun. It's super relaxing. And the music is the best part. I literally could just listen to that. Yeah, I like to imagine somebody with a really serious film without Minecraft music. It'd become a joke today. But I don't know, it's just a very somber, beautiful soundtrack. I recommend that too. Not even joking, C418's Alpha Seed album, I think it's called, yeah. My next plans for music is I'm probably gonna get a few more records because I feel like my record collection is pretty low. I only have a little over a handful of records. Not to say that I don't I appreciate the ones I have. I just have played them so much I could probably name every song off of them. Whew, let me say guess what? I guess not really a guess what thing, but today I believe is David Bowie's birthday. So happy birthday to him. I love his music a lot. It's one of my top what's it called, influence. It's very I love Ziggy Stardust and Spiders from Mars. That's a fantastic album. Probably my favorite from him, honestly. I love the idea of alter egos. I think that's genius because you have to come up with a whole story for them. You gotta have a specific personality for them, and that's just fun to do. I mean, I would love to do a Ziggy Stardust kind of alter ego thing. Not gonna lie, it sounds like it'd be interesting. It'd be something intriguing to do. I'd like a gym. I would like to see having. I'm really stuttering bad on this one. Jim Carrey, how he devotes himself to every role he does. In interviews he's Jim Carrey died. I'm whoever I am as a character. But I would like to see like a Jim Carrey type person with some alter egos, not like musically. I think that sound like pretty great. I think that'd be one of the more interesting things to come out of music recently. And I feel like we should have more. What's the word? Alter egos in general. I feel like Childish Gambino is a very popular one. That's like kind of like I have to like cut all this out. Fuck. It's kind of like ooh yeah 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 ooh yeah. I feel like Childish Gambino is one of the bigger examples of alter egos today between Donald Glover and Childish Gambino. But I feel like we should have more. Like we should have more people representing them, like big stars. I want to see big stars do music that's not of their genre in alter egos. Like we know it's them, but we separate their music out by saying like, oh, this is Childish Gambino or whatever. Whew. On trending, I see Sonic 1 was trending for like a speed run, I guess. Get it? Because it's Sonic and speed run and whatever. But I'm glad Sonic's getting some representation, man. Like, apparently, one of the creators, like one of the big Sonic team members, wants to remake Sonic Adventure. And I'd be all down for that. I'd be 110% down with that. I would be the first person to, like, buy it. I'd be, like, there the night of, like, spending all night. Like, I want that. I would love that. I love Sonic Adventure. I think it could use a little more polishing. A lot more polishing, not gonna lie. And I feel like we should just kind of, like, I'm not saying we should, like, what's the word? We should, like, redo every single, game, but I feel like that'd be a good idea, like, to make it, just that one specifically, because that was, like, a big game. Maybe that one in Sonic Adventure 2, but that's it. We don't want to recreate, Sonic Heroes and whatever. Not that they aren't good. I mean, they're not good games, but I'm not saying, like, I don't not appreciate them. I just feel like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, like, a deluxe, would really revitalize the franchise, and maybe a more adventure style gaming, like, because we have that current one that's not good. I hate saying things that, like, are not good sometimes. Like, I'll be like, wow, Sonic's not great right now. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate him. I think it's great. It has great stuff. It has Sonic, like, 2D Sonic games. They had, like, some 3D ones that were really good. Sonic Generations, of course. But, like, in general, he's kind of going downhill. And this movie is not helping my cause. I'm really upset about that. I'm one of the biggest people that are going to tell you, hey, I am not excited for this movie. If there's a trailer that makes him look way better, that gets rid of everything that people have thought, that I thought, then I would love to see it. I would love to be there. I want to be at the reveal for that trailer. Because if it changes my mind, then I will enjoy it. But for now, it has not changed my mind. I am not happy about the design, and I am just not excited for it, Like, I remember when I was, like, right before the poster came out and all that, I was reading up about it. Somebody, like, leaked the plot, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. It's like the plot of Sonic Adventure, and I like Sonic Adventure, as you found out earlier. And it's not going to be that, It's just gonna be more disappointing, and I can't handle another disappointment again. All right, I can't have that in my life, But it's whatever, We'll find out what happens. We'll find out what's next, and we're gonna end it. Speaking of ending things, I'm gonna end the podcast. Bye. Are you still here? Are you still here? Totally got you. No, I'm not gone. No, I'm here to talk about Soulja Boy Tell 'Em. You might remember from the Soulja Cast, but he's released some video game consoles, and now they're shut down. And you're like, huh, I wonder who did that. Well, if you go to soljagame.com, it directs you right to the Nintendo website. So, that's pretty wild. I wonder what happened there. I don't know what Soulja Boy thought. I hope he's okay, though, because he got, like, stuck in a landslide, and just a lot going on with him. He's having a silly time. I've been playing a lot of Smash Bros. Recently. I recently beat the adventure mode, so I want to talk about that for a little bit because, you know me, I'm an epic gamer. What can I say? No, but I think it's a very fun game. I think it's very long. I think it's a little too long for my liking. It went way too long, but I think it was worth it towards the end. Like had a whole lot of fun. I beat it like around in like one try at the final area, which is not saying too much if you don't know, but it's very, very difficult. Like, some things are, like, way too difficult. I didn't have 100% it. I just got through the main story, you know? I got through the true ending, and that's it. That's all I'm gonna do with it. But now, after that, I've decided, hey, I'm gonna actually, like, play this better. So, I've been playing online a little bit. I've been getting good. And I think it's a fun game. I think it's worth I think it's worth, like, getting the Switch in general. Like, the Nintendo Switch, if you are even deciding, if you're thinking, maybe I should get this, maybe I shouldn't, there's like 3 games on it that are worth getting it in general. You got like Legend of Zelda, which, I mean, I'm not a Legend of Zelda fan. I'm not a big one. I didn't grow up with it. I was like, oh, I love Legend of Zelda. But if I can find it fun and I can find it super enjoyable and I spend 3 whole months nonstop playing that, then it's a good experience. It's nothing like most Legend of Zelda games. You don't need to know really anything about it. You just gotta figure things out on your own. That's what the game is basically teaching you. Mario Odyssey is like the next, like, it's a beautiful game. It's very nice. It's like Mario 64 that everyone loved, but now it looks nice. And it's very fun. It's having a fun time. Mario Kart, of course. Sonic Mania is a beautiful 2D Sonic game that really just is like a love letter to Sonic stuff in general. And Smash Brothers, of course. Smash Brothers it's phenomenal. Like, it's one of the better fighting games I've played, you know. And I've only really like got into 2 fighting games, and that's Dragon Ball FighterZ, where I got really, really good, and Smash Brothers, which I'm trying to get really good. I mean, I'm online, I'm trying to play against people, but I kind of suck, man. I really kind of suck. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm like the worst person, but I'm not the best either. I'm not like best #1 epic man. I go in every tournament and I win $5,000. I'm just trying to have fun. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. That's the whole point of the game. That's the whole reason for having it. You know, that's the whole reason that people like it. I mean, other than like the hardcore fans or whatever. But like, that kind of ruins the fun, you know? That ruins the experience. It's like when somebody takes some music you like and is like, do you know their B-sides? You know their EPs? I think not. Fake fan. It's like, shut up, man. I'm just here to listen to music. I'm just trying to vibe, yo. Just don't mess with me, man. It's not how that works. I just don't. I think people are great. I think people are great. I mean, I don't think people are awful. I don't think people are the scum of the earth. I just think people are not, like, putting people on a scale of every entity in this earth. I think they'd be kind of low. Because, like, they ruin all this stuff. They walk in, they're like, this is my land. Like, who does that? Like, who just goes to a land that's been there for millions and millions of years and it's like, yeah, it's mine now. It's mine. Now you gotta pay for it. I'm not saying that owning land is bad. It's just a weird concept. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in that the humans done so much. Like, how do you screw over, like, the earth, you know? Like, what? Yeah, that's my dubstep remix, actually. That's my electronic remix. No, I mean, like, how bad do you gotta be, you know? To cause climate change, like, so quickly, almost ruin the earth, in, like, the span of, like, what? We've been here since, like, year 1000 or whatever? And the earth's been around for millions of years? So how do we come along and just end it? How do we go along and be like, you know what? We don't like Earth. We don't like it anymore. We're just gonna get rid of it. We're gonna use an advanced technology so quick, and that we don't need this Earth anymore. We don't need this place that we came from. Like we're just dropping it like a lady that we like had a one-night stand with. We're just saying goodbye to it. We're like, yeah, we're gonna use you and then drop you. Like, what kind of sick jerk are you for having to do that? I think that we should treat the Earth well. I think we should treat everything from the Earth well. And if you don't do that, then you're just not a good part of the Earth, and who knows why you are on the Earth to begin with. If you came, you know, if you live on this Earth, then I feel like you should respect it for what it is. Of course, you can have technological advancements. I think that we should always advance as a society. But when it comes to the point where we're imputing the world around society, then I feel like that's the issue we have. I think that's the biggest issue we have. I feel like when we take what isn't ours and abuse it, then that's our problem. That's the problem with humans as a whole. And that was my rant on people. I mean, I'm not saying people are always bad. People can be bad. People are good. There are good sorts of people. There are people that save the earth. There are people that protect it. People that fight to protect it. People that fight to protect other people. And I think it's a beautiful thing. I think that people are very complex, you know? I think that humans have such a complex system and thoughts that even within yourself, like interpersonal life is really weird because you can never truly express some things about you. There's you were so niche in an audience that not everyone agrees with. Like, you're never going to meet someone that has the same exact thinking as you, you know? And it's hard to get over that sometimes. It's hard to be like, oh, well, you know, I'm not myself, you know? There's other people. Because you want to be you. You want to be the main character of you, you know? And coming to terms with the fact that you aren't not the first. Is first a word? No. When you are not the person, when you're not the most important person in your life, when there's other people in this world that have their own life, you just think of them as supporting characters in your movie. You know, like, it's hard to accept that. When you do accept it, it's a great thing because you come at peace with things. I think when you lose that sense of egotism, that it's not, I don't want to be like, oh, you're egotistical if you think that you're the main character, but because you don't know anything different, you know, like, I mean, even sometimes, like, some people still, even if they're like, I'm the most selfless person that I can tell, I'll do anything for other people. Like, you are becoming a main character in your own life because you're like, oh, I'm the one who helps. I'm the one who does this. I'm the one who does this. When you come to terms with that, you're just truly just part of this world. You're not like, oh, you're not like, I'm not trying to say you're not special, because everyone's special. It's more of like I'm not the sole person. There's more of a community than just. It's more like a community. Yes, that's the word. It's more of a community than a household. You know, like, you live in your world, I live in mine. People live in people's, but it's more not. This is the only right world. It's our interconnection of other worlds that make us humans, and I think that is beyond beautiful, honestly. And if you don't agree with this, if you keep yourself in this small world, small little realm that you have for yourself, you can do that, but that only works in your world. It doesn't work when you're connecting with other people. When you're connecting with other people, you have to give up that sense. You have to give up the sense that you aren't a sole person. You are not just an island. You make up part of this world. And I think that's what's so confusing sometimes. It's very confusing. I think when you take things like that, you take that fact that you interconnect with other people, that could cause good or bad things. If bad things being like fighting and violence and hatred and jealousy and egotism and envy, I think that's what causes bad. I feel like once we accept it, we will have a much better society, you know, we'll have a much better area, we'll have a much better life, in my opinion. And, of course, my opinion doesn't matter always. It could always be your opinion, and if you believe something else, you're like, this is stupid. I believe in something else. I don't believe in what you believe. This is garbage. Alright, man. It's your life, man. It's your life. You can believe whatever you want. You know, I have my beliefs, you have yours, and that's how the world works. We interconnect with things we like, and we interconnect with things we don't. So, as a little bit of homework, I want you to just, I'm not trying to tell you, hey, be better, be a gooder person, or gooder, be a better person to yourself, or whatever. Just kind of, like, learn, like, what other people think about you, and what other people think you're involved in, and try to take what you know, and what you believe in your world, and just bring it into other people's lives, and, like, create an own shared belief that you have with connections, and create a community. Don't just be the house of one thing, you know, and that's it. I want you just to try that, and I want to thank you for listening. The video will probably come out soon. I'm a big fan of doing this, so I'll probably keep doing this more. That's the 2019 calendar. New podcast episodes every Tuesday, except for last one, and I'll always, and this one, Huh. Whoops. I forgot about that. Nah, it's fine. Every Tuesday, I'm gonna try to post this tonight actually, just so I can get that nice bring the point across. Man, that was a big mess up. I didn't realize that it was Tuesday today. Oh, it is Tuesday as I'm recording this. I usually record the podcast like a day before or 2 days before, which of course is a bad habit because I have to edit and process and it takes so long and yada 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 and yada yada yada. But I want to thank you for listening. There will always be more in the future, and I want you to have a nice day. And now I will check what's going on the internet for a little bit more. Peace.